Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 15th episode of the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode is all about Michael's story. We found out obviously how he came back into Walt's life, and obviously the reason why he was absent for so long. Now, to be honest, in my personal opinion, it was a bit stressful last episode, and you know, I didn't really like it in terms of the context of that Walt storyline, because all I could see is the dad who really hardcore wanted to be in his child's life, and a mother who obviously took a job opportunity on the other side of the world and took him to Amsterdam, and then she moved all the way to Australia. She got married, and then she come and proposed, you know, that Walt basically gets adopted by somebody else because that's the best thing for him. I just felt sorry for Michael like the whole episode, and obviously you could see that he's struggling to adapt to be a dad here on the island. It's kind of like the first time he's been fully in his life, and he's like struggling because obviously he's paying more attention towards Locke than he is to himself, but also the chaos and that's surrounding the island. You know what I mean? It's not really like the best time. But also the interesting bit in the story is, you know, we was told that strange things kind of happen around Walt, which is really interesting because obviously that happened before the crazy stuff's happening on the island. So I'd like to see more of it here. Another thing that was interesting is that the episode ended with basically Claire returning back to the camp. You know, Claire come back, she's running through the trees. Now, I can't really see if she was still pregnant or if not. It was dark and she was wearing black, but the interesting thing is if she's already had the baby, then how she escaped from Ethan and obviously these others, and what have they done with her child? You know, why have they released her and kept it? And if she isn't obviously you know, she hasn't obviously had the baby and she is still pregnant, the question would be asked is how she escapes from Ethan, because from what we've seen from the fight and encounter with Jack, he's super strong, and you know, he had the ability to hang Charlie, and it would be really strange to him just to let her go. Do you know what I mean? And if she's fought him as well and overpowered him, I think that would be, you know, strange from what we've seen. So it's going to be exciting to see how obviously Claire's got away from Ethan and obviously the others, but also if she hasn't got away and they've let her go, why? And hopefully she's you know, she's okay and the baby is. But that's why I'm really excited to see obviously what today's episode has in store for us. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Claire, is she alive? Is she alright? Yeah. Did she say anything?
Molly, man, is she injured? Everybody needs to back off, okay? Just give her some air. Can you hear me? It's okay.
Who are you?
Oh, her mind's been wiped.
Who are you?
Well, that's a good twist, isn't it? She's obviously pregnant. I thought that, you know, it was dark yesterday, so I wasn't too sure if she'd had the baby, but no. Somehow she's had the mind wipe.
I don't know any Ethan. I don't remember any of you. I was on a plane flying to LA from Sydney.
We were all on that plane. It crashed here.
Well, if it's been almost a month, then why hasn't somebody come to get us?
도대체 무슨 일이 일어나는 거지? 저도 모르겠어요. 조여자. 애기는? 애기도 무사하겠죠.
I want to see more of these two. I actually really do. It seems like a while since their story.
She didn't say anything at all about Ethan. Apparently, she doesn't even remember Ethan. You think he's around? I sure hope not.
Claire.
It just lingers on his face all the time.
When he took you away, he took me too. The others came after us. They got me back, but you were gone.
Well, why did he leave you?
Why don't we leave that lovely story for the morning?
We're friends.
Yeah. Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, more Charlie story.
Fantastic. Good, because we're almost out. It's time to put you to work. Just graduated from Oxford. Lives in Knightsbridge with a dear old dad, who, my friend, is bloody loaded. Ready to fall in love, Mr. Charlie Pace of the legendary rock band Drive Shaft?
I'm a man of high moral standing. Your obvious plan to take me home and ravish me will not work.
Are we that obvious?
Dreadfully. Call yourself ladies, Jane Austen would be ashamed.
That type of music, do you know, that's kind of like in the background, that Drive Shaft, the music style, reminds me of like Oasis style, which is like well popular in the UK. You know what, right? If a band like that was out in the UK now, or like that style of music, it would be a hit. Like, the song might not be, but what I'm saying is the genre, the style. It's like the in thing, it's in there. Like, yeah, people love it, mate. Kasabian and stuff like that. But getting a second episode of Charlie. We've already had 2 now of Jack. We've had 2 with Kate as well, which has been really interesting. So we're just going around and giving more and more information. But I still said it, we've not had a Hurley one, you know? What's the deal with him? Because I actually like him. I think he's pretty funny. And I would like to see more of the married couple as well. You know, ever since that he attacked Michael and been cuffed, he's been absent, hasn't he? The guy. Is he called Jin? I'm not even too sure because, like I said, we hardly even see him. But I want to see more of that. You know, I was wrong last episode. I thought that she might have had the baby and they'd taken it and that's why they released her back. But no, it looks like she's still pregnant. Jack said it's okay, which is decent. But how she lost her mind? How can't she remember everyone? What's they give her? Do you know what I mean? Very interesting.
Ethan infiltrated us, whoever he is and wherever he comes from. Who's to say he didn't even send Claire?
You're off your head, mate.
Charlie, calm down.
You know what? You boys talk about Claire all you want. I'm actually going to go spend some time with her. Safety in numbers, right? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Nice it must be to not be involved in the bloody insanity that surrounds us at every turn. You don't know how lucky you are, you know. Must be nice. You wake up and...
What is that?
What?
It's like something's flying towards him. Duck.
Charlie, I want her back. You bring her here. If you don't, I'm going to kill one of them. And then if you don't bring her back before sundown tomorrow, I'll kill another.
Yo, he's super strong, honestly. He really is well strong. What would you do in that situation there, honestly? Like, what would you actually do? Would you go back and tell the camp and do a collective decision to hand her over? Because I know that the ideal thing is we're not doing that. We're not handing her over. But you're in a place that you don't really know the territory. They know it. They live there. You've seen what they're capable of. And if they're making threats that they're going to kill people, they've already tried to kill Charlie. They've already taken her. Do you know what I'm saying? If they're saying that they're going to come back each day and kill somebody, I would actually believe it. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of how much I wanted to give Claire away. Now, the thing is, it can call a bluff, but it only takes 1 day and that's 1 life gone. And do you know what I mean? And then it's wasted. Do you know what I'm saying? So, be interesting. Hopefully, Charlie don't lead her out there on his own, by his own, you know what I mean? Like, without telling anybody. I feel like it needs to be raised and told.
What do we do? We go out
Yeah.
and bloody kill him.
Calm down.
At least he sold him.
The others to get upset.
No, forget the others. He's out there right now.
Tell a select few about the threat. We post them as sentries here and back at the caves.
He does what he says he's gonna do, and that blood's on our hands.
What if he delivered his threat so that we would gather like sheep to the slaughter in a confined space where they can roll in and take us all in one fell swoop?
Yo, I'm glad that he went and spoke to them. He didn't even hesitate.
무슨 일이 있었냐고? 내가 어떻게 알아?
Anything coming back?
Some of this stuff's probably better forgotten anyway.
I don't know about you, but the rest of us have been having a wonderful time.
You're quite enamored of yourself, aren't you? As Winston Churchill's. Dad collects all sorts of rubbish from the great leaders of the empire. Father, he's coming back tomorrow. You should come round for dinner.
I'd love to.
Mark told us what happened. Why do you think he wants her back? Maybe it's time you use that key you've been wearing around your neck. Marshall's case.
No.
Who's put Jack in charge? That's what I want to know. I understand they look up to him, but who's decided that? What if the collective want the guns out?
She's safer here.
What about the mountain? There could be another cave.
She's safer here, Charlie.
It's my fault you took her. I was responsible. I should have taken care of her.
Charlie, nothing's gonna happen to her.
Charlie, I think my lovely daughter would agree that you're the most impressive person who's ever had dinner with us. Are you working on a new album, Charlie?
Liam, my brother, just had a daughter. Taking some time off. Quite a lot of time off, actually. It's been a year. The fact of the matter is, sir, I think that Drive Shaft might be dead.
You took a shot in what?
Good job, Tom.
A job doing what?
Selling copies.
You took a job selling copies. Steal something of value, which I can in turn sell. And the bloody party continues. For a weekend without a fix, Monday should be bloody wonderful. Let's see how the future treats you then, eh, Charlie?
Must be bad, innit, when you can't go out for a weekend without obviously needing your fix. The thing is as well, though, they kind of jumped in deep in it. Do you know what I mean? He's revealing all this sensitive information about himself. She's like, after one meal, come back to my place, kind of revealing that she's got loads of money, showing in the place, showing him valuable stuff like from Winston Churchill, you know, come and meet me dad as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, they kind of jumped in, or like, deep. Now, again, if he steals the Churchill thing, then it's obvious, isn't it? Because that's something that she's seen him touching and looking at. And then obviously, like, she revealed what it was and now it goes missing. it's like it should be something that it's hidden away, or well, he shouldn't be robbing anyway, but if he does, it should be something that he's not even apparently seen, or he doesn't know what the value would be. But also I can keep in my head, like I know his Charlie story's going on, I just keep thinking about Claire. And do you remember when Charlie and her got taken away and he was dragged, and I think it was Jack and him, sorry, it was Jack and Locke stood there, and he was like, how did he drag both of them away? And Locke was like, you're asking the wrong question. It's not about how did he do it, it's why. And now all I'm thinking is, okay, first of all, how did Claire escape? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and why did she escape? You know, somebody there must have let them, but obviously Ethan really wants her. I'm not thinking that she overpowered him and ran off. It wouldn't make any sense from what we've seen. So I'm constantly thinking, what's gone on there? He shouldn't run into the trees, man. He should stay where he is.
Tree line, something tripped the alarm.
Oh, dog's back.
I think we found another missing castaway.
What happened? Is he alive? Oh, God. How did he get past us?
Oh, did he die? Do you reckon he come from the sea?
Perimeter setup.
Came in from the water.
Oh, he did come in from the water.
So Steve drew the short straw. Dude, that was Scott.
They keep cracking that joke. I can't believe they come from the water.
Scott
That's
Jackson
mad.
worked for an internet company in Santa Cruz. He won a sales prize. 2-week Australian vacation, all expenses paid. Sorry I kept calling you Steve, man.
Why is everyone staring at me? You mean nobody's told you? Told me what?
Why did you lie to me?
Okay, look.
You know, what else didn't you tell me?
Why would you keep me in the dark, Charlie?
I just wanted to take care of you.
I can take care of myself.
I'm just a bit nervous.
Don't be. Dad's put the fix in. He's already demanded they buy 2 copiers to boost your confidence. This is just some men who want to buy a silly copy machine. I believe in you. Oh, almost forgot. Wait here. Now, I know you'll protest, but you simply can't be respected unless you have one of these.
I'm gonna be late. The bus.
The boss? Are you daft? I'm driving you.
Have you ever seen anyone walk around with a briefcase in real life? Because I honestly, I've never seen anybody walk around with a briefcase. Definitely not in my work environment anyway. I mean, they do look pretty cool, and if you are going into a business meeting, I guess it does look like it fits the part. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, I've never, like, literally from knowledge, I can't remember anybody ever walking around with one. But you know, I knew Charlie would take that one thing. Just the obvious thing as well that she's seen him look at beforehand. I do think it's funny though, she's talking about a sales pitch there, do you know what I mean, for about the paper copier. But I always go back to it. In the Office US, they do the best sales pitch ever. You know, they ring a paper company, a big major chain, takes the majors, you have to wait on the line for somebody to answer. They ring Dunder Mifflin straight away, Pam's on the phone, she answers instantly, shows away customer service, bang on, small companies, they're there, bend over backwards to get your job and get your needs ready and done for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, their picture is so good.
What do you think happens after the sun sets tonight?
Well, if we don't bring Claire to him, rhetorical, Jack. I'm not a cold man. I feel for the loss of one of our own, but nothing fundamental has changed. Whoever he is, wherever he comes from, we're on Ethan's turf.
If I told you that I had a way to get the advantage back.
You should have proposed this to everybody before.
Why, Doctor, you've been holding out on us.
I don't know. Yo.
Are you insane? They want to use you as bait.
I don't remember what he did to me, but if I can help stop him from hurting anyone else, I have to do that.
Allow me to demonstrate the awesome speed of C815.
Yo, his makeup is really good.
We have 4 guns. We should have 4 men.
You know how to handle a gun or not?
Well, I know at least one polar bear seems to think so.
Wanna come?
Sorry, we're out of guns.
But if the lady wants to come,
I've got the one that we shot the person with.
lifted this off the marshal. Back in the old days. 5 guns are better than 4.
You'll be surrounded at 5 points. Everyone will be in visual contact with you.
There's got to be more people with Ethan coming to this situation. Surely Ethan don't think she's coming alone. See, what did he think was going to happen there? Do you know what I mean? Well, first of all, what did she think was going to happen? It, like, she's turned up, she knows that he's coming to get her, but she's ran off screaming. So then instantly I would think, if I was Ethan, mate, this is set up. Do you know what I mean? If 1 second she's here, come willingly, and I turn up and she's running off all screaming, somebody's going to be watching. But again, it's like you see it in films, you know what I mean? When you do a transaction, you hand over, you see all the snipers on the buildings, they've all got the line of sight, they're all waiting, ready for it. Do you know what I mean? Nobody ever goes to alone to one of these situations, so surely he knows that. And I'm thinking, hopefully as well, that he knows that, and he's got others there with him, waiting. There we go. They should be getting him now. Where is everyone? Why are they not there quick enough?
Winner by a knockout. Nice one, Doc.
Why, Charlie? Well, he did try and kill Charlie. He just got revenge, technically. So I kind of get it. Bit wounded, though, to be honest, because I wanted to try and get that intel out of him. I wanted a good torture job going by Saeed, do you know what I mean? Figure out how many there are.
Why did you do it, Charlie?
Because he deserved to die.
You could have told us where he came from, what he wanted with Claire, why he even
You
took
really
her.
think he would have told us anything, Jack?
I'm sorry. I've been having some problems.
My father's sales manager comes here to my house to return a cigarette case that the EMTs pulled from your suit pocket at the bloody hospital.
If I can just explain.
Just tell me one thing, and don't you dare lie. I get why you pretended to like me, but I don't understand why you took the job.
Did you to think that I could take care of you?
You'll never take care of anyone.
Bit deep, that one, it. I knew that he'd get caught, though.
I remember peanut butter.
Hey, she remembers it, mate.
It was imaginary peanut butter.
I'm scared. I want to trust you. Good night, Charlie.
The episode finished. You know what? I do like Charlie. Good lad, innit? Well, he does like some good episodes anyway, the ones that he's involved in. And I can't really blame him for killing that guy at the end. Now, obviously, he's killed Ethan, and my personal opinion, I would rather him have not killed him, just because, like Jack was saying, we could have used him to gather information. You know, first of all, I would have shot his knees straight away so that it would have stopped him from being able to go anywhere, and that way you've always got him inside. I would have tied him up, and then I would have got the torture job going. Do you know what I mean? I would have brought Saeed in, you could see it, he's trained at it, and I would have tried to extract information. What does he want with Claire? How many of you, you know, are there? Do you know what I mean? How long you been on this island? You know, what are your intentions? Why are you killing us? You know what I mean? Why is the baby so important? I would be doing all of this stuff. I would be going in, mate. But from Charlie's point of view, yeah, he's come in. He's tried to kill Claire, somebody that he's actually taken a fancy to. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he does. Like, he is attracted to her. Do you know what I mean? And he's kind of built this connection. And first of all, he's got one reason, her, obviously, to protect her. The fact that they was taken, but two as well, the fact that he was taken and he was strung up to die as well. If it wasn't for Jack and Kate getting there in time, he would be dead anyway. Do you know what I mean? He basically did die and they come in and saved him. So he basically just avenged himself / obviously stopped any potential harm ever happening from Ethan to you know, Claire. Now the thing is that I find interesting is Ethan was actually rocking and working alone. There was no others there. Nobody come to protect him. Do you know what I mean? Just say like Claire went into the woods and they tried to take her, just like he did. She had backup. There was loads of them there willing to fight for her. Now, Ethan's side, nobody cared that he was getting beaten up. Nobody come in. Nobody tried to defend him. It's like he was a lone wolf. Do you know what I'm saying? But then, if he's a lone wolf, how did Claire get away the first time? That's what I was trying to figure out all episode. You know, like, as it was going on, I was thinking, yo, he's really strong. You see how he pinned up Charlie against a tree? First time around, he had a fight with, obviously, Jack and knocked him out clean, easy. Strung up, obviously, Charlie to die. And somehow, Claire's just managed to get away unharmed and make it all the way back to camp without him catching her. What's happened there? Like, what? Again, in that period, how did she get from that point to this point? And we'll never find out because obviously Charlie's took him out. But again, like I said, now we're back to no others technically, because we haven't seen any of them. Only Danielle, that's in the jungle, and then the story of the raft still being built, which we didn't see this episode, but you know, that's another interesting one. When that gets built, who's getting on it? I want to see that one as well. Okay, that is going to wrap up the 15th episode of the first season of Lost. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thought it was a better episode than yesterday. I actually enjoyed this one. You know, we had a bit of action, bit of defense going on, teamwork, working together. Weapons were distributed. We were told that they had 100 rounds. Now, Charlie shot about 5, so they got about 95 left. And the thing is, yeah, I wouldn't use any of it on prey, you know, in terms of whatever you like, food sources, so to speak. So, like, if they do go out hunting boars, a polar bear would be, you know, I would let them shoot the polar bear, because that's a life or death situation, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Slash whatever this monster is that's running around. Again, I would let bullets be wasted on that. But like, if they ever got to like any rabbits or any birds or any fish or any boars or anything, I wouldn't waste those weapons, because you need it in the life and death situations. Do you know what I'm saying? So if the others come in, protection. If someone tries to kill you, protection. If the polar bear comes in, again, protection. Now, again, it's going to be interesting to see if they all hand the weapons back. Now, it was good that Sawyer actually, you know, kind of was like, look, I've got another gun. Give it Kate. Do you know what I mean? If you got the rounds, we can do it. Now, the interesting thing is, you know, if they had the 4 weapons, I would have said that Saeed and Locke, what is it, Kate and Sawyer would have been the best ones, not Jack, you know, to have his weapon. He was the one, even though he was like the dictator of it. Another thing that I can't shake out my head is that Locke is another. I don't know why, man. Like, but I just feel like the cameras always linger around him. I feel like he's heavily involved. He knows loads of stuff, you know. I don't feel like he's acts strange. I just feel like just hiding in plain sight. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's one of those. And we've got, as a viewer, we've had a backstory as well. So then I feel like it's deterring our suspicion away, because it's like, oh yeah, of course he is on the manifest, because he is though. So then I'd be daft to think that, because like, how would he be on that list? You know what I mean? But we've had the whole backstory, but I don't know, man. Like, there's something about him that I'm not saying I dislike it. Like, I actually think he's decent. But yeah, I'm just suspicious of him all the time, man. I really, really am. And what's happening with this thing on the floor? Not even gone back to it. How many episodes ago was that? 4 or something? And they've not even opened it. We was told this story about Michelangelo, how he went and stood and looked at this marble post for like 5 years before then he decided to carve it 3 years later into some mad sculpture. And he was saying that him and obviously Boone not really told anybody. Only them two know that it's there, and they're sitting there just looking, thinking of ways that they can get inside of it. Like I keep saying, I wish it was like some big underground city, mate, literally. But I'm not going to forget about that one. I like how we used the Claire storyline here. We didn't obviously get any of the information of what happened when she was taken, because her memory's gone. No idea how that's happened. I would love to have seen the moment from where Charlie was hung to her being taken to the point where she escaped. I think there's so much information that they could provide us in that little bit. But, you know, it seems like we're not getting that. But I also think that lots of relationships kind of building towards in the camp. I feel like, you know, Jack and Kate and Sawyer, they've got kind of one little going on. I feel like Son and Michael have one kind of. But I also feel like Son and Jin, obviously, like husband and wife. I also think that, you know, Charlie and Claire kind of have a thing going on. And now we've got, like, Shannon and Saeed. Now, I feel like everyone's kind of, like, coupling up, grouping together. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, the only person that I feel like's not had a story yet is Hurley's, and I would really like to see him. Seems like a chill guy, pretty fun, to be honest. And I would like to see, you know, like what he did in the past. Is he rich? Is he poor? What job did he have? Do you know what I mean? How did he happen to be on the plane? We're kind of learning everyone's things. You know, Kate was being transported. You know, today, the guy that was killed, we even got an explanation that he was obviously on a vacation from work. You know what I mean? Michael was going to get his son. We had Locke, he was going on this expedition trip. Well, tried to, and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Jack was retrieving his dead father. So, like, we're getting everybody's kind of things and why they're on the plane. You know, even Charlie, we got the one that he went to see his brother to try and get him back in the band. Why's Hurley there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, again, he's another one. In person, I think he's an enjoyable character so far, and I would like to see him more into it as well. So I can't wait for the rest of the season. I think we've got 10 episodes left now. We are definitely more than halfway through. We are flying. And yeah, we've got the raft to go, the underground to be found, the, you know, Claire's baby to be had, the rest of the others to be, you know, discovered. We've got maybe the polar bear thing to be going through and Danielle's storyline. So we've still got loads to go. I'm excited, mate. Can't wait to see how we finish off season 1. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.